Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video. Before starting, consider supporting us by giving a like and subscribing to the channel. If you see something interesting or have other titles to suggest, let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and now let's start. Did you know that the newly released Black Myth Wukong is being hailed as a visual masterpiece, but also has some significant bugs? I found it surprising that despite its flaws, it's still averaging an 82 on Metacritic.
Wow, really? That's quite an achievement, especially given the hype that's been surrounding it. I mean, the trailers looked stunning. So what are reviewers saying about the game?
Well, it seems like most reviewers are praising the game's visuals and the intense action combat. For instance, a review said that it matched the skill-testing gameplay of Elden Ring, but was more traditional.
Right. I read that too. I remember someone described it as a true A experience, blending games like Sekiro with modern RPG elements. That's a bold statement.
Exactly. And yet there are criticisms, too. They mention some underwhelming UX considerations and the need for bug fixes. I guess every game has its growing pains.
So what you're saying is, it's a bit of a mixed bag. Great visuals, but some technical hiccups? Makes me think about another game that had a rough start. Cyberpunk 2077, anyone?
Yes. But it seems Black Myth Wukong is more positively received overall. For example, some reviewers gave it a 9/10 despite the bugs. They seem to think these are fixable issues.
That's interesting because it shows how forgiving gamers can be if the core experience is strong. How did they like the story?
The opinions on the story are varied. Some found it confusing or hard to follow without knowledge of Journey to the West. On the flip side, Polygon, which didn't score the game, found the storyline to be its strongest point.
Fascinating. It makes sense, though. The story of Journey to the West is pretty complex, but I love how they're celebrating Chinese and East Asian cultures through the game.
Agreed. The story's depth might actually entice people to dive deeper into the original mythos. Oh, and let's not forget the edgy critique from that one review that gave it a 6/10 due to uneven level design.
Yes. It appears for some the level design and balance issues are deal breakers. But I guess if you're into Souls-like games, you might be more forgiving of that, right?
True. One reviewer even mentioned that it's tailored for the Souls-like audience, with challenging boss battles and roughly 30 hours of gameplay.
Seems like it's a game of incredible highs and some notable lows. But with Game Science's debut, that's hardly surprising. Remember, it's their first major game.
Absolutely. And Patrick Dane's review summed it up well, saying the game has so much style and just enough substance to make it work. Style over substance, but still, it largely succeeds.
Well then, it sounds like Black Myth. Wukong is worth checking out, especially if you're a fan of visually stunning games and challenging combat. It's a journey well worth the wait, as one review put it.
Definitely. And we're excited to see how Game Science might improve upon it over time. Thank you all for joining us on this episode.
Don't forget to follow or subscribe for more insightful reviews and discussions. Until next time.